In 2014, one New Zealand party won 3.97% of the party vote. It received nothing. Another party won 0.69%. It sat in Parliament for the next 3 years. Nobody miscounted. That gap is the rule, doing exactly what it was written to do. New Zealand hands out seats in proportion to the party vote, but the sharing only starts after a party crosses one line. The line sits at 5%. Below it, a party is usually invisible, however many people chose it. Above it, a very small party can decide who governs the country. That single line explains more about New Zealand politics than any poll ever will. In August 2026, a national poll placed the Opportunity Party at 5.3%. The party had never reached that number in a poll before. The same survey gave one bloc 59 seats and the other bloc 55. A government needs 61, so a party with 6 seats suddenly held the door. People call that position kingmaker. It is not charisma, it is arithmetic. To see how the arithmetic is built, start with the ballot paper. Every voter gets 2 votes. One picks a local member of parliament for your electorate. The other picks a party. Most New Zealanders assume the local vote is the powerful one. It is not. The party vote decides how many seats each party holds in total. Parliament normally has 120 seats. A party on 30% of the party vote aims for about 30% of them. Electorate winners are counted first. List candidates, then fill the gap until the totals match the party vote. That is the whole machine, and it is beautifully simple. Except for the line. The rules came from the Electoral Act of 1993. New Zealanders had voted to change their voting system in a referendum that year. The first election under the new system was held in 1996. Written into that act are 2 doors into Parliament. The first door is 5% of the party vote. The second door is winning a single electorate seat. If a party wins one electorate, its full party vote counts. That holds even when the vote is tiny. People call this the coat tail. Now the 2014 result makes sense. ACT won the Epsom electorate, so its 0.69% still bought a seat. The Conservative Party won no electorate anywhere. Its 3.97% bought nothing at all. The same thing had happened 6 years earlier. In 2008, New Zealand First took 4.07%. That was 95,356 people. The party won no electorate. It received no seats. Here is the part most people never hear. Those votes are not stored somewhere for next time. They are removed from the calculation entirely. The remaining seats are then divided among a smaller pool of counted votes, so every party above the line ends up slightly larger than its raw share. A vote for a party that falls just short quietly helps the biggest parties most. That is an uncomfortable sentence, and it is simply how the sum works. Why draw the line at 5% at all? The argument is stability. A very low threshold lets many tiny parties in. Coalitions then need more partners, and governments can become fragile. New Zealand watched other countries struggle with that problem before choosing. In 1986, a royal commission studied the whole question. It recommended a threshold of 4%. The system that became law used 5. 1 percentage point does not sound like a serious argument. In practice, it is the difference between a voice and silence. The country has looked at this once more since then. In 2011, voters chose to keep the system. An independent review followed in 2012. It recommended lowering the threshold to 4%. It also recommended removing the coat tail rule completely. Parliament made neither change. The 5% line and the coattail are both still there. That matters for how you read the whole arrangement. The line is not a natural law. It is a decision, examined by a review, and left as it was. So what does a kingmaker actually do with 6 seats? New Zealand governments are not usually formed on election night. Special votes take about 3 weeks to count, and seats can move. Then the negotiating starts. Parties write coalition agreements, or lighter deals covering confidence and supply. Those documents are published, and they are surprisingly specific. Portfolios, spending promises, and named bills all appear in them. A small party holding the only path to 61 seats can ask for a great deal. Its 6 members did not win a national argument. They won a position in a sum. And that returns us to the line itself. 4.9% and 5.1% are almost the same number of New Zealanders. They are nowhere near the same amount of power. The campaigns, the debates, the billboards, on that edge they are a fight over a few thousand votes. New Zealand built that cliff in 1993 and has kept it through every review since. You can call that stability or you can call it a wall. Both descriptions are honest. The interesting question is the one nobody puts on a billboard. If 95,000 people vote for something and receive nothing, whose parliament is it?